Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Sports Dom coming back with another video. And this is my Los Angeles Dodgers at Arizona Diamondbacks game 3 of this 4-game series. Preview, this is game 9. Tomorrow will be game 10 of this season. But the Arizona Diamondbacks coming off back-to-back wins. They won last night 6-3 over the Dodgers. They win tonight 12-8 over the Dodgers. Back-to-back wins. Tomorrow's game 4 of this series. So, let's take a look at the batting. Josh Rojas went 3 for 5. He had 3 hits, 3 runs, 1 RBI, and a .368 batting average. Josh Rojas leading off. You know, it was a good night for the Arizona Diamondbacks. We lost Zach Davies to an oblique injury. But we have some quality starting pitching down in Reno that they could call up to put in the rotation. We also have, some bullpen guys who can probably fill the role of starting pitcher. Ketel Marte, he went 3 for 5. He had 3 runs, 3 hits, 2 RBIs. He had 3 runs, 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 RBIs, and he was left on base once for a .243 average. So Ketel Marte had a game today. And then Lourdes Gurriel Jr., who was batting third in the lineup today, he was the DH. He went 3 for 4. He had 1 run, 3 hits, 3 RBIs, and a .229 average. So Lourdes Gurriel Jr., have yourself a day, young man. And then Christian Walker batting fourth. He was playing first base. He went 0 for 4, had no runs, no hits, 1 RBI, no walks, had 1 strikeout, and left on base twice. He had a 1.182 average. So, wasn't a good day for Christian Walker. But I'm happy with what the D-backs did last night and tonight. But we got to get pitching to go deep into games. We can't keep going into the bullpen in the 4th, 5th, 6th inning. We got to have pitchers that could go 7, 8 innings before we, at least 6 or 7 innings before we get into our bullpen. And then Corbin Carroll batting 5th in the lineup. He was playing left field. He went 1 for 4. He had 2 runs, 1 hit, no RBIs, no walks, struck out twice, was left on base once, and .257 average for Corbin Carroll, the 8-year, $111 million man. So he's one of my new favorite players, Corbin Carroll, along with Ketel Marte, Lourdes Gurriel Jr., Gabriel Moreno. Batting 6th in the lineup, playing right field, was Jake McCarthy. He went 0 for 5. He had no runs, no hits, no RBIs, no walks. He had a strikeout and was left on base twice for a .192 average. So much like Christian Walker, he didn't have the day he wanted to have, or the day the D-backs wanted him to have. But tomorrow's game 4 of this series, if we could take 3 out of the 4, we took 2 right now, and we split the first series of the season with them. We took 2 of 4 in that one, and then we took 1. We split with the Padres, and now we have the 2-1 series lead over the Dodgers. If we can win tomorrow and take 3 out of 4 from the Dodgers, that would be pretty nice at Chase Field. Batting seventh, playing catcher, uh, Gabriel Moreno. He went 1 for 4. He had uh, he had no runs, 1 hit, 1 RBI, no walks. He had a strikeout, left on base once, and he had a .240 average. So the two new guys we got for Dalton Varsho, Gabriel Moreno and Lourdes Gurriel Jr., having a good game. They're actually having a pretty good season for the Arizona Diamondbacks. They're starting to gel. Batting eighth, playing center field, Alec Thomas. He had a day. He was 4 for 4, had 2 runs, 4 hits, or 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 RBI, no walks, no strikeouts, and left on base none, and he had a .200 average. And then Geraldo Perdomo, the shortstop, batting ninth. He went 2 for 4, had 2 runs, 2 hits, 3 RBIs, no walks, 1 strikeout, and he was left on base 3 times with a .455 average. So it was a good day for Geraldo Perdomo. Now, the starting pitcher, Zach Davies, left the game with an oblique injury. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do to fill his role in the starting rotation. But they do have guys they can bring up. I would like to see what Bryce Jarvis has. If they can bring up Bryce Jarvis, maybe move someone out of the bullpen, put Bryce Jarvis in the bullpen. Again, I would like to see, even if he has to play a bullpen role, I would like to see that. But Zach Davies went 4.4 and a third innings, 4.1 innings. He had 5 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned runs. He had 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, and a home run allowed against him for a 5.79 ERA. So not a very good day for Zach Davies, who we traded at the trade deadline last year to the Kansas City Royals, I believe. That was for Emmanuel Rivera, I do believe. And then Kyle Nelson come in relief. He pitched 1 inning, had 1 hit, no runs, no earned runs, had a walk, a strikeout, and a 2.25 ERA. So we got him as a free agent from the Cleveland Guardians, and I really like Kyle Nelson coming out of that bullpen with him, knowing that when we make the call to the bullpen, knowing that we're bringing in Kyle Nelson, you feel pretty good that he can get the outs that you need. And then Kevin Ginkel pitched 0.2 innings. He had 2 hits against him, 1 run, 1 earned run, no walks, a strikeout, and a 7.71 ERA. So that's not a good ERA to have. But I do like Kevin Ginkel. Sometimes he does scare me coming out of the bullpen because sometimes he gets rocked. Today was a different story though. And then Scott McGough pitched 1.1 innings. He had a hit, a run, an earned run against him. He had no walks, 2 strikeouts, and 1 home run against him for an 11.57 ERA. Now that, I don't know where they're getting that ERA from, but he hasn't had a bad season. This is only 9 games in, and he hasn't had, he hasn't really been rocked when he come in. So I don't know where they're getting that ERA from. And then Frias came in, pitched 1.2 innings. He had 2 hits against him, 1 run, 1 earned run, no walks, 2 strikeouts, and no home runs against him for a 5.40 ERA. See, I don't know where they're getting that ERA from either, because he hasn't really been getting rocked when he come in. But guys, my players of the game today Arketel Marte, um, Corbin Carroll, and Lloyd Escurial Jr. Them are my three players of the game. They had impacts. Uh, Also, Gabriel Moreno did too. He gets an honorable mention. He is our catcher, and I like that we acquired him and Gurriel from the Toronto Blue Jays. So right now we are tied for first place in the NL West with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Both teams are 5-4 on this young season. So tomorrow will be game 10 of 162. And I'm trying to see if I can't see who's going to be pitching tomorrow for the uh, Arizona Diamondbacks. I'm gonna see if I can't get that right now. All right, tomorrow's pitching matchup for Game 4 of this series will be Rain Nelson versus Grove. Uh, so that should be a good matchup. And then we play the Milwaukee Brewers after this series gets done. So we gotta bring up a pitcher to take over for Zach Davies, and they gotta get someone up here tonight because they do play tomorrow, and it's an early game, so either they're gonna go with the bullpen. They gotta get somebody up here from Reno, uh, get him up here, and get him in the lineup. And today they placed Kyle Lewis on the 10-day IL. Pavin Smith was recalled from AAA Reno. He wasn't in the lineup though. Cole Sulzer, another one of our pitchers, was placed on the DL. Luis Frias was recalled from AAA Reno. He came into the game today, and he got the save. So, I like Luis Frias. Um, it's going to be interesting to see if they keep him up here or send him back down. Cole Sulzer has a strained right teres. That's a major injury. There's no timetable for him. Another pitcher with an injury for us, Joe Mantiply, has left shoulder fatigue. His return is mid-April, it says, so he should be back soon. So the bullpen will get a much needed help there. With Joe Mantiply coming back, he's a pretty good pitcher. And then our catcher Carson Kelly has a right distal ulnar fracture. His expected return is mid-June, or it says June. So he's out for a couple months, but Reen Nelson will get the ball tomorrow for the Arizona Diamondbacks, and then Zach Gallen should get the ball in Game 1 against the Milwaukee Brewers. So good win for the Arizona Diamondbacks. They beat the Los Angeles Dodgers 12-8, and they lead this series 2-1. And tomorrow they try and win Game 4 of this series and try to win this series 3-1 over the Dodgers, and that'll give us first place in the NL West if we can do that. Otherwise, we'll still be tied for first place in the NL West. So, looking forward to the game tomorrow. Can't wait for the game tomorrow, Game 4 of this series. I want to win this series so bad and improve to 6-4 on the season and get ready for the Milwaukee Brewers. And Wade Miley will go Game 1 against probably Zach Gallen. So it'll be Gallen versus Miley most likely in that matchup. So, guys, comment in the comment section below on what you think. And as always, if you like my videos, like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you don't miss a video. This is Sports Down. Peace. Go Diamondbacks. Let's take 3 or 4 from the Los Angeles Dodgers. We split the first series of the season. Let's win our first series of the season by beating the Los Angeles Dodgers 3 in a row tomorrow. Let's win that. And let's win this series 3-1 and have first place for now in the NL West. Go Diamondbacks. Beat the Dodgers.